So today we try to do something that was really almost always the goal when it came to Dega Dynasty, and for whatever reason or another, we only have this one opportunity to do it. So, of course, Dega was always supposed to be in the SEC, and for one reason or another, we just decided not to. I think it mainly came down to how awful the jersey patch logos that get auto put on there in your default team colors. I think that was mainly it. So we've been an independent. We played 2 seasons in the Sun Belt, and now in our first season in the SEC, we do match up with 8-4 Auburn in Atlanta for the SEC championship.
Welcome everyone to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. And we have a surprising matchup here today. What an opportunity for an unranked team to win the conference championship and get into the college football playoff with a big upset statement today. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land. A crew today that's looking to make a strong statement. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field.
Where Talladega was always meant to be. The SEC championship, our first ever, is underway. Now it is our 3rd consecutive conference championship, but the last 2 of those were in the Sun Belt. Lost the first, won the second. On our way to a national championship last year. So here we go. In the home blacks. Now we do have the problem potentially of this being a neutral site game, as we are getting gashed on the first play of the game for a touchdown. Couldn't run with him. So 7's going to be a problem. Punched in the mouth before we could even really talk about everything that's been going on. That is a 90-yard touchdown for Gleason. Ed Reed Jr., brick wall, Squiddy Rock in pursuit. None of them had the gas to try and run him down. Even Reagan's joined the party late.
Lining up to try the extra point.
1 play, 90 yards, and about to be 7 points. And it is.
Makes it 7-0 to open score.
Wow.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to
well,
come back.
That's something to be noted,
And the returner elects
as this game hopefully does settle in.
All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact.
Yeah, we got a wide receiver. Malcolm Simmons is listed as the impact player. Not on that one. Not on that.
When you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
But anyway, a neutral site game, not something we, deal with outside of the postseason, of course, very often. But we did have a lot of play on the road to start the year, as Gordon Gay with a first down and a spin for a little extra. 1 play and up to the 43. So we don't get the home field advantage, but we also don't get the squiggly lines of being on the road. Pat with a spin. That's 9. Really shouldn't have been. That spin just so broken for somebody in the Heisman Trophy conversation for the 2nd consecutive year. And a 2nd down run for Hugh, and he'll pick up the first. A nice response would obviously be great. Just erase that 1-play touchdown for Auburn. Here's Hugh again. Tried to cut it. And couldn't really truck there. We were a little bit too unpredictable with the movement, so just not enough speed built up. 2nd down and 8. Ash escapes. No! Ahmad Rice off the edge with the stop. Oh, I thought Ash had that.
That's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to
Third down and 7. Thrown. It's, oh, should have been picked.
He's very lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Oh, boy. That's just not a good ball. I tried to fit it in the window, and it just did not go. Mike Hunt to send it away, and it's just not perfect into the end zone for a touchback. We were so close there on that. This is how our last game started. Early adversity. And on the run, that's not going to go anywhere. In fact, backwards. If we have to sit in zone coverage all day so we don't get beat over the top, it is what we will do. Second and 12. They run it again. Nearly found a lane to break that play. Hawk Tua wraps up J.J. Bradley. Get those 2 yards back. Third down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And thrown and nearly picked off. Think that was Levante Jacobs in coverage. It was. 3 and out. Oh, God, their punter's name is Trout. Short punt, though. Rock might have an angle here. Looking for a block. Squiddy Rock inside the 30. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Talladega.
What a moment. Their fans are never going to forget that.
That's a way to even the score.
Takes it all the way to the house.
I just love to see returnmen get a chance to make a play and make a difference in the outcome.
NASCAR Racers 2000. I'm actually not really sure.
He got some great blocks, but truly at the end of the day, it was his instincts and natural playmaking.
Caleb's PAT good, and we are tied. A one-play drive for a touchdown and a punt return touchdown here early.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Deep kick, but will be returned.
He's going to try for a return.
Whoa, watch out here.
And he stopped at the 18.
Still not a great return, but out to the 18-yard line. More than we usually allow.
They're coming off a quick 3 and out. So looking to
Delayed handoff. No, an RPO. They gave it to 7 again. Just on a slant across the middle.
They still cannot stop this receiver. We're in the first quarter.
He's over 100 yards in just over 5 minutes. He'll dump it off short. Massive hit there from Brick Wall. Gonna live up to his name, as now they might start throwing those short passes. Bradley in the backfield. Dover got free, but they try to go to the outside and get nothing. J.J. Bradley will lose a yard. 3rd and 7. From their own 42-yard line. Imagine they're terrified of punting to us again after what just happened. Thrown, caught. Odd little tackle there. Nearly got shut out. Had a chance to tie the game in the 9th inning and were unable to do so. On the run, not much. Bridges the back this time.
Able to pick up that first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Yeah, no hard contact for the Tigers today. 2nd and 9, back to throw. And throwing deep again. We're beat over the top again.
Touchdown Tigers.
2 long passing touchdowns for the Auburn Tigers in this first quarter. And there's Gleason, the one who had the first one in the end zone to congratulate.
It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the match.
Like Surtain that got burned. He got burned, had no help over the top.
Here comes the point after attempt.
That was my intent, calling more zone. Thinking I'm always going to have help back there. Not on that one.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Talladega with no offensive points here in this first quarter.
Be fair caught. And out comes the offense set to take over here.
So here we go. Hopefully they fix the custom team end zones into the next game, and that play just got blown up.
Backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Both edges were under heavy pressure right off the snap. I don't think Evo's going to be open here on this, but I would love to be wrong. Looking to him. Sideline, a dime. Up to the 45.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs.
I did not think he was going to be open.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for
Ash on the run with a block downfield. Will slide down, and there it is again. Like, if I feel like it takes about 5 yards for a slide to actually kick in.
Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's
Ivy pressed. Wide open again. Evo again to the 20.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Offense now in the all-important.
I guess not. Hugh on the counter, got a block. Hugh with a spin to the outside, and Evo not doing a whole lot in terms of blocking there on that play. Got beat on the comeback. First and goal from the 8-yard line, touch pass to Sauce. Need a block from Hugh, we got one. Didn't really get one from the outside. Gordon Gay. No help there. From the 7-yard line, a carry for Hugh. No gain. Might have to go to an old faithful that we've kind of gone away from.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here.
Thrown, touchdown, oh my!
So after the momentum
Ash was going to get blasted there, and Talladega nearly got turned away. Had to find a dump off, and we found Gay.
To win this game, maybe going back and forth all game.
And they'll set up with a PAT.
PAT will be good by Caleb, and we're tied again. Oh yeah, that's what the flak jacket's for. You got the rib protector at quarterback.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
No long touchdowns, and we might be okay.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep.
The 16.
Down at the 16 would have been better off.
Well, we're just going to keep trying.
And the Auburn offense
Maybe just having those safeties stay true in man coverage is the way to go.
certainly early going here. Both offenses scored.
And throwing, swatted away by Reagans.
Defender gets a hand in there to
Over
break
there on the
pass
outside. But I feel like we almost always have to have two
Two
safeties back.
Get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Second straight game, at least early on, that the Talladega defensive line not really been a factor.
Second down.
What the fuck?
Down the middle. It's Gleason.
Jamarcus Scruggs is up to 175 yards. He found Gleason somehow.
Hits it for a nice game.
They're backed up here trying to make something
Third down and
happen.
7.
Third and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw
To
for the
throw
first down.
out wide. He didn't even make a move, but I thought he was gonna and gifted him the first down.
A new set of downs after that completion.
Hope that's not our only shot of the drive. Gotta change some things. It's not the look we want.
There's the handoff.
Handoff out wide. Bradley fighting, losing a yard.
For a loss of 1.
The running game for the Auburn Tigers is not effective, to say the least.
Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down and 11. Screen pass. They got it out.
Has it on a screen.
Cutting it up. Short of the first down. On a heavy tackle from the Hamburglar.
Right completion sets up a third down play.
They throw this ball, we might be in some really big trouble. 3rd and 2. No, they ran it, and Turbo Yoda says no.
Loss of 2. And the punt team.
And Trout to punt for the second time today as the first quarter winds down. It's better this time. It's still a returnable ball for Rock.
Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position.
Kind of got
here.
hung up there.
Down. Gets us started with the next drive.
14 seconds. It's not doing anything too crazy.
First play of this drive. They'll begin
Get out of this first quarter. Lucky to be in a tie game.
on 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
Evo. Oh my God! How?
Picked off.
How on earth was that ball so low in trajectory? Don't do anything dumb. Turn it over.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that, the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging.
Unbelievable.
Requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
9 seconds to go in the quarter, and we gave it right back to Auburn, and yet again, the running game is nothing. J.J. Bradley, 5 rushes, -1 yards in the first quarter. We end quarter number 1 of the SEC Championship, tied at 14. Second quarter to begin. Not Dega's best by any stretch of the imagination. Looking to throw, they dump it off. What the fuck happened there?
Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
What on earth was this block over here on the outside? I don't even know who it was. Rock has that inside edge, and then he spun away trying to get out of it. A move to the other side, and you probably force him to the sideline.
And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive
Field goal range probably for Auburn. 3rd and 3. Play action. He'll fire it deep. It is caught by Gleason. He just scrambled 10, 12 yards back. Handoff. Probably the best run of the day for Auburn. This team is playing their worst football at the worst time. 2nd and 4. Jacobs denies the first down. It's a sure tackle when we needed it most. They're probably going to throw this. And they will. Quick one. Incomplete. Knocked out. Surtain knocked it out of the hands of Gleason. And a field goal attempt for Auburn. It is good to make it 17-14. But the damage after the turnover certainly could have been worse.
It's almost too easy. Nice.
Trout with a short one. I really shouldn't do this, but out we come. Cost us a couple yards, but something to try. It's just a tough defense to run against. They almost always have at least 6 in the box. Hugh out wide. Oh, Hugh with a spin, and he's got the first. I guess so. First down, play action, not our strong suit. Lucky we got it away. Oh my. So Gay coming in motion here on 2nd and 10. They back off. Ash rolling out. Evo's got it. A sure tackle.
It's complete. He's swarmed by the defense.
3rd and 5.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw.
They're playing off on Ivy.
To be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route.
That was the most broken play ever, but it worked.
The gain is good enough for a first down.
They have finally pressed Ivy again. The safety stays true. Open on the play. It's Evo again. Powered forward for the first down. Crossing midfield to the 46, and then, I mean, I just don't like the formation. Well, you got powered through by a defender. Here's the power. But just not in a situation where Hugh was able to use the power he does possess. Every time I call a touch pass, I'm not liking the look. Ash on the run. This time we will slide down. First down to the 32. Actually a formation that I don't mind running against. Wasn't really planning on trying to split the guard and the tackle, but it worked out. Hugh. I powered through something. 3rd down and 2. We kind of got hung up in there again. Our offensive line is not having a very good day. Horn on 3rd down. Look at the fullback go. Down to the 10.
The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
You take those. All right, I'm sick of calling out of this touch pass. We're going to call it here. From the 10-yard line. Sauce out wide, ran into a teammate. Flag is down. For the moment, it's a gain of 9, but it's coming back. On Jordan King.
Offense will have to
Not even really sure who that
This
is.
defense just cannot get off the field. A long march moves on.
1st and 20.
Here on 1st down. Looking to scramble.
Ash, a block. Oh, Hugh.
That's a nice scramble there.
We got stuck on Hugh. I guess at the very least, we got the yardage back.
To keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the
2nd down and 9.
And then nobody accounts for the quarterback.
Coming up. Oh, broke it up.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of
At the very least, we are in a spot right now where we can tie the game with a field goal.
now. They can still get a 1st down without
3rd and 9. Gonna dump it off. Pat couldn't spin. 4th down and 4. We'll tie it up. An odd angle field goal, but inside it shouldn't be too rough.
It'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark.
Kick is up and good. 17-17.
And we're all tied up now.
Yeah. Well, I tried to hit you once earlier, and I threw an interception. Not even because you said hit me, but more so because I just saw that route pre-play, and I'm like, you know what, that's probably my preferred. And it was open, just a low throw. Now, there was some pressure in there, so that could very well be the reason why. Return to the 20 for Auburn.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had
And here we go.
a chip shot field goal.
They will throw. Out wide, that's incomplete.
Pass is caught, but they rule him out of bounds, so it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers
First real sign of any sort of trouble in terms of accuracy from Scruggs.
Ball handed
On the run, backwards.
behind the line, it's a loss of 2.
Make it 3rd and 12.
Defensive front that freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow
From the 18-yard line.
play.
On 3rd down.
Back! Down he goes! The ball is on the ground! It will be picked back up by Auburn.
Recovers the fumble.
But it is 4th and 20 from the 10-yard line as his defensive line finally breaks through.
Gets the kick away from his own end zone.
Another short kick. Received at the 50. Oh, and there was a guy there. I kind of should have just figured, but
This line getting set up. It's a first
Damn
down
it.
play.
regardless, football back, decent field position.
That's a nice tackle
Shit
there
run.
by the senior.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up.
Not much going on for the running game.
Positive yards on 1st down. That's a win.
2nd down after that.
2nd
run
and
on
7.
previous play.
Honestly, I'm lucky that's
Another
incomplete.
very quick throw.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy
3rd down and
just
7.
and he still tried to
We're just
get
going to
the ball
send
squeezed
Evo
in.
with that single safety
He's gotta
back
do a
there.
better
Might
job of
bring
working
something
through
else
his
open
progression.
free.
Find
How about
out
Gordon
where
Gay underneath?
Quickly.
1st down to the 30.
Good enough for a 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry.
We are not
between these
leading
two.
in any of the
It's been
stats
our
outside of
production
maybe
man.
rushing
It's been
yards, but
hours and hours of working and developing that
it's
chemistry
working
and
right
that
now.
rhythm
Hugh.
by throwing together
Busts
throughout
through
those 7
one.
months. And man, it's
9
starting to
yards.
really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the
No.
quarterback, and especially on
I
3rd
haven't.
down, get him the ball.
2nd and 1, only a 3-man front here for Auburn. And we just didn't get a block. Gordon Gay decided he was taking care of the safety instead.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, they
1st
always
down.
carry their feet to the open space,
Snap
making
this
people
ball.
miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Pressure coming out wide. Lucas hangs on.
Brought down, but the completion
7 yards on the play.
Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense.
Oh.
Not
Well, it's an RPO, but we're just going to hand the ball off, so.
But the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the
Hugh
tight end
cuts it.
puts up a nice
First
game.
down.
Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pass.
Throwing the ball
Defense
this deep
gotta come up
in the
with some
field.
changes up front.
Generally
This guy's
not a
already over
smart
50
plan
yards
for
in
us.
the field.
Lucas wide open, though. Touchdown.
Not only is he having a great
A little bit of a
game,
delayed
but
reaction
to hit some big
off the
plays
line
down the field.
and the route, and Lucas will score a rare touchdown. And Talladega will lead for the first time in this SEC championship.
Speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders.
Easy.
Really good execution. They come up with 6.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Kick by Caleb is good.
Puts them in front by 7.
An 8-play drive.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this
See
one.
what Auburn can do before halftime. Talladega does get the ball to start the second half. And it will be returned again. They were going out wide.
Inside the end zone. Solid
Only
coverage
to the
there. They gotta
15,
get
so
to
a
the
long way to
15.
go.
That's where the offense will take over. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into
Long
this game.
way for the Tigers.
First down pass attempt.
Looking, has all kinds of time. Big hit, but hung on to anyway.
To the right. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves
We are
the ball
getting
to the 33.
hopefully minorly shorter. We'll fight through it.
First down.
Got to focus on what we're doing here. Oh, scrambling, firing, incomplete.
It's incomplete. The defender arrived the same.
No, it's definitely the internet.
Second down.
We're just going to hope it's one of its little spasms. We don't have the VPN issue anymore, so eventually it'll sort itself out. Minute 25
Quarterback drops back from the
to
shotgun.
throw. Oh, you are. What?
Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Huh?
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them.
That
They've got to
occurred.
make some adjustments to their defense. Are this guy and his speed
First
will
down.
continue to have a field?
Incomplete yet again. That almost got picked off there by Brick Wall if he was a little bit more attentive. Of course. Of course. 2nd and 10.
Again.
And they got it. That's a touchdown.
He's got his man open downfield. Touchdown.
Just like that, this passing attack for the Auburn Tigers is giving our defense fits. Still got time, though, for Talladega. 3 timeouts, a minute 10. Which is only a slight problem because this offense here for Dega today has not moved fast.
Second quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Let that ball bounce, not even think
And
about
that
it.
ball will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So here we go. First play.
Well,
under
this is
2
generally where we give ourselves some problems.
Looking to throw it on first down.
Lucas, what?
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete.
Physical defending, they say.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football.
Haven't
when
called
he
a
has
screen
that
pass
kind of
today.
contact.
Feel like it should be relatively safe. A blitz is coming. Pat's got it, but couldn't escape.
And now the defense decides
One guy.
group a bit.
One guy on the Auburn defense didn't blitz, and guess who he was on?
Nowhere to go after that catch.
A tough situation.
Timeout for Auburn. Third and 10.
The defense brings some heat here.
Thrown, it is caught. Look at this. John Doe, first down.
First down yardage at the 46.
Well, Auburn saved us some time with that move.
After the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man.
First
Sometimes
down.
It sounds simple, but it's tough to execute.
Thrown,
This time with
Hugh
good recognition by the
racing.
quarterback,
Didn't get the first
gets it
down, but out of
to the tight
bounds.
end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Come to the line for a second.
Good job to get that out.
Very short now.
Send an Evo deep on this play in case that safety wants to come in at all. He didn't.
Second down, we're going to throw it.
Wide open, though, is Gordon Gay.
Receiver makes the
Oh, my God.
They get it, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
Second timeout for Talladega.
Fresh set it out
In
for the
field
offense.
goal
First down.
range.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball.
Ash running. Nothing ever moved. I tried to playmaker.
This is good pressure by the defense.
We'll take our final timeout.
Like the quarterback was holding on to the ball
Nobody ever listened.
too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
The sack on first
Second
down.
and 9.
Second down.
We'll be okay if we pick up a first down.
From the shotgun,
I'm going to go one-on-one.
looking for
Gordon Gay in the back of the end zone. It's intercepted.
in the end zone.
Not a real good throw
Oh,
here.
my
He
God.
put too
For
much air into the
once,
ball.
I would wish that our receivers could catch the ball in the end zone
Thinking in that
as
situation,
much as the defenders
just
can.
don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
I don't know if this ball was underthrown. Not really. Tight area to fit that football into. That's almost putting it
You'd expect
pretty much where only your guy
sitting
could
here
get it.
backed up near their own
And they
end zone,
still
just
got
run the
it.
clock out and get to halftime.
Nothing big on. What? Dude, this Auburn team is just batshit. 300 yards passing in the first half of this SEC championship.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really, it all has to come together with the offensive line.
On the run, quarterback's going down.
Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play.
And I think they're going to get
Chris, this one's on the quarterback.
this game to
He's gotta
halftime.
have a better feel and a presence in
They
the
might
pocket.
run one more play, but it looks like it's going to be 24-24. Yep, that's it. Halftime in the SEC championship. Start of the second half, 300 passing yards for Auburn in that first half. And you just can't imagine that they're going to be able to keep that up. Maybe they do, but my goodness. 24-24. It is Hugh on the run, and
You know, in that era that we live in,
sometimes the initial blocks are fine,
try to create one-on-one matchups in the defense.
and then everything else just breaks
By
down.
trying to play
You try and hit a hole, nothing happens.
Great example, the defense has
Ash
the
is in
ability
big
to
trouble.
but still
Got it
be
away.
solid
Third down and
at the line
8.
of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Play action. They got a free blitzer in.
27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz.
Third down and 8.
Dropping back.
It's a delayed blitz. Pat's got this. So Pat with a spin. Oh, almost got to the outside.
Uses his speed.
What a first down to the 46-yard line.
First and 10 play coming up.
I would prefer it not come down to the last second. Not again.
Drops back from the shotgun.
Oh, wide open. Ivy burned his man. Touchdown.
For a huge gain.
Oh, my goodness. I was about to throw to the slant.
So dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath,
Touchdown,
shift it,
Talladega.
or use his speed to get around.
Nobody close.
Touchdown.
He was so wide open, I didn't believe it.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try.
PAT attempt. Good.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Team on the field getting set
In a
now.
day where Auburn hasn't made many mistakes. That's one of them. To be brought out
He's gonna bring this
yet
out
again.
yards to
Whoa.
the end zone.
Tell you what,
He's tackled just
they got probably one of the better returners that we've ever seen, because everybody else just sits there, gets tackled.
First play
Back
of the
to
drive,
throw
they'll come out
again.
throwing.
Throwing, dumping it off. Ow, did you escape that tackle?
Right
My
down
goodness,
for
how many
7
guys does it
yards
take to
gain,
bring
so
him
2nd and
down?
3.
That's a catch for Eli Bridges. 2nd and 3. And blitz coming. They will not get the first down. They get no yards.
Inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme
Sending
throughout
more
this entire
pressure.
game. We've
Oh
talked
boy,
about it earlier
they're
in the
throwing.
game.
And
It's
yet
not
again.
changing at all. They've become
It's
one
another
dimensional.
big play
It's allowed
in the
this defense
passing
to really
game
lock
for
in
the
on that quarterback.
Tigers. Tight end Tim Koo is able to burn our secondary.
The coaches were worried about in this game.
I don't know if it's just this team is just burnt out or what it is. Bent over. Third Talladega sack of the night. In the first for the former Heisman Trophy winner.
They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why.
Second and 14. Quick throw. Oh, man. Thank you, Levante Jacobs, who wrapped up Gleason. Was 134 yards tonight. Ball's got to be in the air here. 3rd and 6. He's going to run it, and Levante Jacobs just let him do it. 44 just stood there. Doing what? Wish I could tell you. I hate EA AI when it comes to scrambling. I hate it. Pressure coming again. Oh, this quarterback. He's done it again, finding a lane. We've faced 2 really elusive quarterbacks in our last 2 games. This is just obscene. To throw. It is overthrown. Yeah, probably skill-wise and definitely stat-wise in this game. It's called the wrong play. I wanted the spy since all of a sudden Scruggs does want to scramble. 2nd and goal. They dumped it into a crowd. Not sure really what that picked up, but 3rd and goal. Got a spy on for this play. Thrown. That's short. They're still short. Oh, my goodness. From the 1-yard line, they're going to settle for the field goal. Wow. Don't touch him. They did not. It's up and good.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
We certainly do. We certainly do. Fair catch called for. Look at this defense. See if they actually bring that pressure. I'm thinking they don't. Oh, they did. Ash scrambling out, throwing the run. It's a bit low, but caught. Ivy down the sideline. Will he go? No. But down to the 15-yard line. Could be a big game flipper for Talladega after the field goal was forced. I feel like it's the safety coming up to stop the run so often. That's why we haven't really been able to get to the edge. They're reading the run to the outside really well. A play that has just doomed us all day, and it's doomed us again. I keep calling that play thinking that eventually it's going to be a different result, and so far it just hasn't. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Gay with the catch and the fight for the first down. Through 2 hits. A little bit, but I love those touch passes, man. 1st and goal from the 3. Hugh got nothing. Maybe if we run it out of the Wildcat. And Hugh throws a touchdown pass, technically. Here we go. Pad out wide. Touchdown. Different formation, more or less the same play. It finally works.
Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough
10-point lead as it stands.
Think about changing up coverage. Right now,
Caleb to make it 11. He does. 5:13 to go in the 3rd.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
That's so big. Auburn's not going away, though.
He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25.
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead,
5:13 here in the 3rd. And they run it. Oh, man.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Felt like he was trying to pull that ball back out.
Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid
Maybe.
gain.
2nd and 3. They run it again. Mike had his back turn. Now it's an odd time to try and make the run an emphasis.
Look, I realize on any play call,
Down 11
executed, it
as
can
it's
go
getting late, but
But the runs that really make a
hell, if
game
it's going to start to
go
work,
are
then
the ones
you
where
just never
get
know.
Just what you need.
Tight end in
And he
motion.
barely got the first down, but he got it.
That run doesn't go anywhere.
They'll stop him behind the line.
A little bit too predictable.
Boy, how about this defense? Just
And we'll head back to playing some pass coverage.
These guys
This
have
play
not-
historically is terrible for us, but I'm always perplexed as to why.
Taking away the run.
It's a screen, but no, a sack!
The senior on this defense making a
Mike
big
got
play.
to him.
Boy, that takes the win right out
Don't
of
see
your
that
hands.
very often.
Trying to find a way to get back into this game.
3rd and 19.
Another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Now in 3rd and very long.
That's another one.
And the pass rush has got him again. Back
4th and 25.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive
Right.
line coach trying to come up with
Longer
a
field.
answer at all
It's
these
benefited
different
Auburn all day.
That's 5 sacks
Short
now
kick.
in this game. They
Does
cannot
Rock have a
seem to stop
lane?
this
No.
pressure from this defense.
No help from the blockers. No help from really anybody.
And the offense tries to-
Whoa, a 4-man front. I know those players on the outside are just going to fade to the middle.
Keeping it on the ground here.
Kinda did, but a 7-yard gain for Pat.
So 2nd and 3.
This play, in a very similar look, worked for a completion to Evo earlier. I don't think it's going to be working this time. It just might. He got it again.
Right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
With that
Down to the
completion,
30. Evo's 5th catch for 70.
Over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
And looking to throw now on first down.
Looking, Evo got it. Touchdown. Soon as I saw that safety pull up,
Stretching the lead here now in the
I was going for it, whether I should or not.
Here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But
What a
your
catch.
own
What a
defense
route.
can help you
And even what a throw.
So you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
kicking team on now for the extra point.
Extra point up and good as Talladega
Point to their lead.
has finally imposed their will.
The kickoff team on the field now is
But with little over a quarter to go, and Auburn scoring much of their points on deep passing plays. We're not out of the woods yet, as we're just going to return this out wide here to the 9.
They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball.
That's a choice.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession.
91-yard field in front of them, and here they go on the run again for a loss.
Behind the line for a loss of 1.
Monte Whedon
Linebacker with a
snuck
clear
through,
path, just run
finally.
downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this
Maybe
guy
they'll
play
start to
all year
abandon
is
the
his
run.
vision. He
Back
just has
splits out
great
wide.
instincts.
They'll
That
dump it
time
off. That's a well-designed play, I will
freeing
say.
up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for
You
a
got the
loss.
motion that's got you looking off to the right, and then
Chance for a couple more plays.
nothing is bringing your attention in left, but that ends the third.
Turn this game around.
The Auburn Tigers start the fourth quarter of the SEC Championship with a 3rd down and 4.
Out of the shotgun.
And they'll throw, what the fuck, huh?
Smith. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yard.
Some weird shit going on with Auburn.
Set of downs after
A
that
lot of odd
completion.
movement. First down for the Tigers to the 30.
On 1st and 10, they'll look
It's
to
over,
throw.
can't fight free, it's picked off, Sertan!
Intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
Looking for a block,
Not much
of which came but caught from behind.
The football to the 42. First down play call.
What a start to this fourth. Running game has not been our strong suit today,
They'll stop
You
him
only
behind
loses
the
a
line
yard.
for a loss of 1.
which is
But these obvious
a lot better than I would have thought.
Very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line.
2nd and 11.
Make it as difficult
We're
as
going to
possible
roll out
for you
here.
to run.
Oh, boy.
So,
Yeah, we are in
first
some
down,
big trouble throwing a run
push that ball out.
as Ash got hit.
Get the ball back.
Incomplete. It's 3rd and 11.
Incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
All these passes are fucking
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go.
Play action. Here we go. We're just going to dump that off. Gordon Gay. From the 37, 54-yard try. I think we just punt it away, to be honest. See if we can pin Auburn deep.
Looking to kick it away for the second time.
Mike Hunt. Oh, we've done it again. We have done it again. We've been so close to coffin cornering the Auburn Tigers today, and we have been off on both of them. So not much in terms of net on the punt, but at the very least, no ridiculous return. We just don't trust the long field goal, nor do we need it. It's a short completion for only 3 yards. Third down and 7. Looking to throw, picked off Levante. The linebacker gets him. Leaping interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half.
Auburn didn't have what it took, it appears, to hang with Talladega in a full game.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over and really
10 into shoot clock.
working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout.
No, that's the thing. It just wasn't worth it. You don't want to turn the ball over to Auburn at like the 50-yard line. Sauce out wide. He did not get a block from Hugh. He did, but it just wasn't a very good one.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs.
Pat on 3rd and 2. They bring pressure. Pat found a hole.
But it's past the line to gain.
How impressive have these guys been up
Wow.
front today? Big third down.
Continue to keep the ball on the ground.
Continue to hold on to that lead.
No reason not to.
That much closer to securing a victory.
Pat's going backwards.
Behind the line.
Done a great job in the running game.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
They really have.
All that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A gap. Really, the back end nowhere to go. But
Pat on the run.
ball in his hands,
And a spin. He's down to the 6.
Produce a solid gain there.
Might take one shot at the end zone, even though this is incredibly stupid.
Gave him a chance at a really nice game.
Just going to dump that off to Lucas. We're short of the first down.
The defense makes the stop at the 3.
I suppose we could
Tight coverage here.
try and go for this.
Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice
Ooh.
job of rallying to the
Oh,
football
boy.
to keep him short of that first down.
Well, to be honest, we don't need the points, and this is kind of where we want to be pinning Auburn all day. So if we don't get it, we don't get it. That's a first down.
They stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
We'll take it.
These are the kind of situations you practice every week. You gotta be able
First
to
and goal from the 1. No pressure. Touchdown, Hugh.
push to convert here on the ground. Clearly,
Might be the dagger in this SEC championship game.
Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
well, that's how you take advantage.
51
of
to
an opportunity. Your
27.
defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to
Caleb
this
puts
offense
that
for being
PAT up and
aggressive
good.
punching it in.
And again, the story that we talked about at the very beginning of this. I mean, this team was always supposed to be in the SEC from the creation. And it did take until year 4 to get there. As they're going, whoa! They were just baiting me all game. That's why they took returns at the 9 and 10-yard line earlier. But, no, this team was always supposed to be here. So to finally win an SEC championship is going to be sweet.
How about this by the quarterback?
It is technically year 5. I refer to this as year 4 because there was a year 0 in which we didn't play any games. Pressure in on the quarterback. I don't know how he got that away.
He's now facing a 3rd and
But
long.
year 4 of us playing games. 3rd and 7.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
Thrown and hung on to.
He's tackled quickly.
Credit where it's due there on that, but 6.5 to play. But, you know, we even after winning a national championship, you know, going through the gauntlet that is the SEC is just totally different as Jamarcus Scruggs has officially surpassed 400 yards. But again, important to note, he had 300 at halftime. So a better job done by the defense. We're just letting them nickel and dime their way down the field right now, to be honest.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field.
Yeah. Well, and so that was picked off by Surtain. That's going to get taken back. Oh, my goodness. What a pick. Touchdown, Talladega.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just...
I actually don't know yet. That is still up in the air. And obviously, Team Builder isn't out for the new game yet, so I haven't gotten a chance to start tinkering around with anything. 3rd interception of the second half, thrown by Scruggs. After a clean first half, only the fumble, but not a fumble lost.
And now here comes the point after attempt.
There have been suggestions, yes. Kick up, kick good.
Point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they
Now here we go.
A chance to bring this one back.
Oh no.
He'll bring it out from his end zone.
Is this returner finally going to bust one? Been bringing them out all day. It's the first one that they brought past the 25-yard line.
They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6.
Thrown and caught down there. Adding to the stats of Gleason. To be fair, though, we were in cover 2 there. So. Really shouldn't have been.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
This is what we need to be in. 5 yards on the play and under 5 to go. 59-27. It's a very rough second half for Auburn. To throw to the flat. Okay, Pat. Okay.
It's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost.
Good Lord.
Nice catch and a first down.
Drive continues for Auburn. They run it. Trucking air.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Game's got to get all of its weird animations in to make our lives inconvenient.
I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 2.
Sticking with the running game.
A run again.
And he's brought
The
down.
3rd of our defense to bring him down.
The first down. The offense sets up in scoring
Auburn does
position,
appear
but
that
set it
they
down.
just kind of want to get out of here. 1st and goal.
And he drops back in the gun.
Scruggs throws, touchdown, Tigers.
And he scores. Touchdown, Tigers.
That might be about it. 2:34. I mean, depends on if they want to take their timeouts or not, I suppose. That was the guy we were supposed to worry about all day.
The extra point.
Supposed impact player.
And the
PAT is good. 59-34. 6 plays, 67 yards. And there will be no onside kick, which you would think means no timeouts.
And the return man decides to signal
So
fair
it will require at least one first down
offense looking to start
from
the
this
drive.
running game to officially seal the deal, but
And of course, they'll work the clock here.
that's a solid run.
Moves the ball up to the 33.
So that will be the 2-minute timeout.
Set second down play here. And that's the 2-minute
Maybe a
warning.
little bit
This offense
too
looking to
cute of an
run out the
opportunity
clock
to
secure
run a
the
counter run,
lead
but
today.
here we go. Second down and 2. Hugh has it and breaks one. Downfield with a great block from Evo. Down to the 35, and at the death, Hugh's got a 100-yard game.
Really good patience here from the back, and anytime you have a big
But that is going to do it. We really could be going to a knee, and we will after this play. 59-34. It'll be 13-0 for Talladega. And we will, at least you would think, be the #1 seed in the college football playoff after our first, no field goal, our first SEC title will be 1 kneel down away as we head to the college football playoff. And from this point on, every game could be this team's last.
The offense just takes a knee. What a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.